camp was a success.
To that next level.
Get the best out of every single part. It sounds like a lot, and it is a lot.
Fast.
The guy
Who never backed down.
If your opponent is watching this, you're fucked. Welcome here to the interview with Daniel, the last Django Onode, Roman, the Storm of the Alp, Emil Moravsky, Jonah, fighting on the Fightgecko Combat Series. Who was Roman before he pushed himself to 10 trainings a week, going through pain? Maybe you can tell a little bit about you.
Yeah, still Roman, but less fit. Yeah, that's it basically. I think the same guy. So not a big change, but definitely more cardio now and absolutely ready for a fight.
I was just a swimmer, you could say, swimming all my life. So I do come from this athletic background, but just from a year and a half now, I met Fabi and I started boxing, and you could say now everything has changed.
Before I started boxing, I guess I was just probably a normal guy. I run a business, I do okay for myself, and then I started boxing. I wanted to push myself, to the next level. I wanted to do something difficult, and it has been, but it's been a very enjoyable process.
Before boxing, I used to do kickboxing, so my life was basically the same, just with kicks. So the life before was disciplined, but not as disciplined as it is right now, with the trainings per the week. It's a big change, and you feel it also in your body and also in your mind.
How did your fitness, your cardio, your overall boxing skills change over the past 3 months?
The first week or the first 1.5 weeks, it's super hard. You're tired all the time and you feel like you don't make any progress at all. But after those 1.5 weeks, it's slowly getting better. Right now I have a lot of energy, and also the skill level, obviously. You do the same stuff over and over again, so I think the camp was a success.
Yeah, I think I've improved incredibly since we started.
So basically the transformation was very interesting to see, because before I was doing kickboxing, the change to transition to boxing was very hard in the beginning, I would say, to just kind of ignore half of your body, but it was necessary because you get more confident in your hands and also in just hand-to-hand combat without the kicks. So,
what were your first impressions of the coaching style, of the art we are teaching, of the kind of how we are teaching?
I really liked it. I like that you guys adapt to every type of fighter. I've trained with other coaches in the past, and they were really good, but they always try to push you into one type of style. And I found that you guys will bring out the style that best suits the fighter and their personality and works for them best, not just what their body type is.
The overall impression was very good. What I found very interesting is that we had 3 different coaches, and we was with 3 different styles. So you had a coach for every single style. You had a coach for the infight, you had a coach for rather long range. So it was really cool to just be able to get the best out of every single part.
Very good, first of all, because every coach has a lot of fight experience, and they made this whole training camp like a real training camp.
What made you decide to take this fight on 5th April? To take the risk, to go through pain?
Someone else signed me up because we're in this game together.
Because you asked me in January if I would want to fight. It was the basic idea, and I said yes.
I missed the trainings, I missed the adrenaline, because as I said, I was a swimmer. I was constantly competing, constantly putting my body through pressure, through stress, getting up. And then I stopped swimming last year, and then I was like, shit, okay, now I guess something's missing. I missed that feeling.
To be honest, I just wanted to prove something to myself. I wanted to get in here and do something hard. I've never done it, and I wanted to push myself, to that next level.
How was the experience with the online coaching? Because you're used to physical stuff and most people think it doesn't work.
No, it absolutely works, because I think it's very important that you do the basics over and over again. Even super professional fighters with 150 fights plus, they do the basics again and again and again.
What was the biggest challenge in the past weeks, and how did you overcome it if you think back?
The biggest challenge the past weeks was 10 trainings a week. It sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. It is actually a lot. And if you think about it, it's actually how high-level athletes train.
To be honest, with a camp, I've never done anything like this. I think the hardest part is just showing up every single day, having the discipline to get up, get out of bed. You don't want to get out of bed. Your body's always sore. You're always tired. Your brain makes excuses for you, saying, oh, I didn't sleep well, or oh, my leg hurts. It's all bullshit, right? You just have to get up and do the work.
Can you describe one moment over the past weeks when you really felt a breakthrough, when you really felt the level up, where you pushed the limits, which really changed you personally?
You have many moments in this training camp. I think in business it's the same. Even on some days where you don't feel the flow. You feel bad, you go to the training, you're very tired, and you feel slow. But then suddenly, you realize, I need to hit a certain punch different. And sometimes you have to have this realization on your own. A coach can tell you this like 20 times, but you won't really realize it. And then suddenly, it's in your mind.
Last week, when I really started feeling fast, feeling as shit, I'm okay. I've put in the work now and I'm really prepared.
How prepared do you feel for your fight right now?
I could fight tonight. I feel great. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life, and I'm ready to kill my opponent.
I feel very prepared, very good actually. I had a lot of troubles with injuries and sickness. Just 2 weeks before the fight, I was sick with 41 degrees of fever, so that was kind of a setback, but I'm back now, I'm back on my feet, and I'm ready to crush.
Why are you putting yourself through all the pain, through all the training? Why are you doing this?
It's somehow funny. I'm a guy who likes to also be a bit pessimistic about things. It's just, sometimes I hate coming here, but I would also hate it even more if I don't come here, and I don't think everyone needs to be this super hype guy and motivated about everything. You can be pessimistic, but you need to put it into the right direction. You can hate the things you do, but you need to even hate it more that you don't do things. Same with business. I hate working. I don't enjoy it, but I hate it even more if I don't do anything and I don't have money at all.
Because I missed that feeling when I was competing in swimming. That preparation time where I really had to dedicate 2 sessions per day, 4, 6, 7 weeks to prepare. And also, I feel like this fight will take me to the next level as a human being alone. And it will grow me. It will expand me like a flower, We always have to keep on growing. Sometimes people just stay in one spot. I had this feeling when I did stop swimming. I was like, okay, is that really it? No.
Look, I was always kind of fascinated with the idea of having a fight. A few of my friends had fights. I liked watching them. It's a very emotional experience watching them. And to be honest, I wanted to do it to see if I could. I wanted to do it to see if I've got what it takes. And doing this camp, it's the hardest part is turning up every single day, twice a day, which is going to make the fight easy because we put in so much preparation.
What's one thing you hope your story inspires in others?
I hope that more people, when they see this, really start asking themselves this one simple question, that what does it matter? Because once you unlock this and once you really understood that nothing really matters and that the worst case scenario in your head isn't really the worst, you will unlock a complete new level of consciousness and a complete new level of confidence.
Anything you put down on this universe is possible. Everything you say is possible, but if you back it up by action, you can say anything you want, and here I am right now. I said I wanted to fight, I'm fighting. If you have the feeling, if you have the courage, but maybe you're scared, of course, I'm also scared. I was scared. But when you know you've put in the work, that fear will go away.
Maybe I'm inspiring for guys who don't enjoy hustling. Your life will be worse if you don't put in clever work and the hours, boxing, in all realms of life. Maybe I'm inspiring for those guys that even someone who doesn't like to work and is still lazy, that they can still make it.
Look, with anything in life, if you want to do something, there's never going to be a perfect moment to do it.
What's the most powerful life lesson you have learned from boxing?
Always get back on your feet, even if you get knocked down. And if you can say 2 things, that will be the first one. The second one would be that you just have to close your eyes and do it sometimes.
Sometimes you just need to go into the flow, just need to warm up, even if you don't want to. And as soon as you're warm, you can just do things. Like if someone is antisocial and he don't want to go to some networking event, just needs to go there. Like after 10, 20 minutes, it will be easy for him. He's in the flow. And if you start something, it will work out in the end of the day. And don't expect that the first day and the first time you try something, same with first training, you won't be professional. Just do things.
There are many men out there who wish they would have the skills of a fighter, but they're maybe scared to start. What would you say to them who are thinking of starting, maybe even are thinking of starting with us, the coaching?
You just have to get in the gym and do it. That's the only thing or advice I can give you guys, is because there's no easy way. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be sore, you are gonna be scared, but it's inside of here that knows the true level of what you can achieve, and that's just go and do it.
Yeah, look, anything you're going to want to do in life, anything that's worth doing or worth having is always going to be hard to get. If you're scared, the only time that you can actually be brave is when you are afraid. You just have to go out there and swallow those feelings and be a man about it, essentially.
If you're scared to start but you want to start, I think the best approach is to just sign up to the Fightgecko platform and just start training there, because you won't get hurt. You're just doing shadow boxing, and if you're really that scared of going into the gym and getting punched in the face, which is absolutely understandable, sign up to the platform. Do the online course. Do it for 2-3 months. In shadow boxing, you're not gonna get hurt. You're not gonna injure yourself. And once you have the confidence and the skills that you think, okay, you can test them in a hand-to-hand combat, then you can go into the boxing gym and get some real physical touch there.
I think it's a mindset thing. You said you need to do sometimes things which you don't want to do, but sometimes you need to do those things, because if you don't do them, you have to do the things you don't want to do anyways, like with working. If you don't want to hustle now to build a business, for example, and you're just chilling at a certain point in your life, you will need to work anyways, and it will be worse because you're in some job where you don't like it. So it's like the same result.
When you are on your deathbed in, I don't know, 70 years, how do you want your kids, your grandkids to remember you?
Well, Daniel Onode, the guy who never backed down.
The guy who just does things. You know, you can just do things. And I just want to be the guy who just does things.
Thank you, bro. Emil Moravsky, 5th April, we put on a show, trust me, very athletic, very strong. He's going for the knockout. Thank you, Daniel Onode. If your opponent is watching this,
Good luck to you.
good luck. Thank you so much, Roman, to your opponent. His nickname is the Storm of the Alps. You know, a storm, you just can't stop it, so you're fucked. Very hard worker. Jonah, learned a lot, is very sharp. If your opponent is watching this, take care. You will have a hard time on 5th April 2025. Thank you so much.